Alright everybody, David Lowry with Club Fantasy. We are here at Catan Con 2015 in Nashville, Tennessee at the Opryland Hotel and Convention Center. I'm here with Coleman from Mayfair Games, and we're going to talk about Star Trek Away Team, a prototype of the game here. And Coleman, go ahead and take it away.
Okay. This is a co-op game. You and your fellow players win or lose as a team. The object of the game is to accumulate a certain number of missions. The easiest one is 12 different missions that have victory points. If you notice here, there are 3 difficulties of cards: easy, medium, and light. If you solve this mission, it has a victory point symbol, and you get one of the 12 victory points that you need to win the game.
Okay.
If you fail missions, and you fail 5 missions, you lose the game. We have, starting here with a 4-player game, the 4 major characters in Star Trek. We have Kirk, Spock, Bones, and McCoy. Each of them has a special power, and each of them can roll 5 dice to try and accomplish missions. For example, with the 3 missions we have out, if Kirk rolls his dice, he gets to assign those dice to the missions we have available. He has a bad roll and can't assign any of these dice. Luckily, his ability is to re-roll the dice. Okay. In this case, he can assign a blue 5 or higher. That's what the arrow is. And he would assign this die here.
Okay.
When all of the dice positions are filled, the mission is successful. The die goes into the pool, and the mission card goes out to be sent.
Okay.
He can only assign dice that are in a box if both of the dice are done at the same time. So normally, if the box wasn't there, he could assign this 6 here, and he could assign, and if this were a 5, this would complete. Okay, so these 2 dice could go here.
So if that was done on the same turn, he could complete that mission.
Yeah, well, he would need a red 2, so he's going to have to wait for another crew member to complete the mission.
Okay.
So he can't use these 2 dice. They go back into his action pool for next turn.
Okay.
Proceeds to the next player, Spock. Spock will, first thing he does is flip a card over. He gets to choose which deck he flips over from.
Okay.
And he does whatever it says here. It says take 1 injury. So Spock takes the die and moves it over to the injury box, and it's no longer available to him.
Okay.
In addition, a yellow arrow indicates a second mission. So what turned out to be an easy mission turns into 2 missions. And then there's a red arrow, which causes even yet another mission to appear. So suddenly the crew goes from being in good shape, cruising along, to having 5 different missions to face.
All right, and with that new yellow card, there's some text on there.
It says the Enterprise takes 1 damage. So if you look over at the Enterprise, you move the Enterprise damage marker up 1. And to heal that, I'll need a 4 or higher.
4 on a red die or higher.
Right.
Okay.
So Spock takes the 4 dice. He's injured, so he only rolls 4 dice. Normally you roll 5. Okay. Luckily, he gets a red 2, which completes this mission.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Spock's ability is that when he completes a mission, he gets to save a die. So he can take, in addition to the 3 dice he has left, he can save 1 of these dice. So he looks around, he says, oh, this needs a red 6, but I don't have a red 6. Red.
So literally, you only have to fill
in. None of these are very good. He'll save the red 2.
He can put the blue 2 there.
Yes, but we're looking to see which die.
Oh, he wants to keep, right.
So he keeps those. These go back to the pool. And this goes off, and he still has 3 dice left to use.
Okay.
He has a blue 2. Can go here. And that any color. White is any color, so 4 or higher can be solved by this one. And that's all he can do. So his dice go into his available for next turn.
Okay.
When his next turn comes, he can either re-roll these dice, or he can keep the values that are kept on. And now Scotty comes up. Scotty's ability is that he can use any die as a red die, which is very powerful for healing the ship. Okay, he's very. So 1, 2.
Oh, he didn't flip
here
a
we go.
card. He didn't flip a card first. Yep.
Okay, once again we're on the roller coaster. The yellow arrow indicates that another mission comes up, but luckily we're.
I can see why you do that.
And this card says, take 1 entry each time you play any dice onto this thing. So you get a sure leave, you take some damage with a wild party.
Okay.
Okay, now luckily we got a 1, 2, 3 at the same time. It's in a box. And they're all wild cards. So this mission
It's almost complete.
is almost complete, but not quite. And he can use,
He can use any dice as a red die, so he can complete that other one over there. Yeah.
and this has, anything in this position is a special thing. You get to keep the card, and use, this symbol means that you can use anybody else's ability once during the game.
Okay.
So he takes this card and he places it here to remind him that he has it available.
Okay.
Okay, and that's it for him. These 2 6s go back to the pool, and it goes into its trail. Now we're up to Bones. Bones can use blue dice to heal other people, and he's got an injured player, so he's going to roll this die. Oh, first a card. Now we have the Prime Directive. This is a good example. The deck wasn't stacked at random, it came up. The Prime Directive is, if this isn't the next mission solved, it fails.
Okay.
Okay, so he's going to want some good blue dice rolls here in order to complete this. Okay, so he didn't get them. However, he can use 1 blue die to heal Spock. So Spock gets his die back.
Coleman, one more question.
We're filming this here, just saying. Okay, he's going to just go ahead, just so that you see the example. He's going to do this and solve this. Now, he solved that before the Prime Directive was solved, so this counts as one of the 5. It fails, and it's one of the 5 that will lose the game for us if we
Okay.
fail 5.
Fail
However,
5 missions, you lose the game.
Yeah. Now these dice come off though, and he has completed.
Maybe later that'll change. My nose is kind of.
So it was worth it to clear the board and to get into a little bit of safety. These 2 don't have victory point symbols, so they do not count towards victory.
Okay.
Okay. And that's once around the table.
So what's the victory condition?
The victory condition, you can play it easy or you can play it hard. It can range anywhere from 12 victories to 18 or 20.
All right, and then I believe there was a special power for Captain Kirk, if I remember right,
He
right?
re-rolls.
He re-rolls and then
So why
doesn't...
don't we do Kirk's so that you see. Now he only has 2 dice, so he gets to choose 3 dice out of this pool to roll. First of all, he does one of these, and he takes an injury. So this, one of these dice comes over here. Now he wants to try and complete this one.
They've done that.
So he needs a yellow. So he's going to take a yellow and 2 blues. And he can either keep this 6,
So in
which he
this,
will
if
because he
he
can
lands
potentially use his 6 here.
by spending.
Actually he's going to roll all 4.
So that would be absolutely
Okay.
yes. Yes.
Not a good roll. He needs a blue 2, that's what he needs. Okay, so he's going to keep his ability to re-roll any dice he wants. He's going to keep the 6 and re-roll.
It was fair for both.
And once
of them,
again, he
but
fails to do that
it
one.
may have turned out differently for him. Yes.
He did not roll that. However, he can still use the 6 to do the 2 and up. So he solves this one. And he can place a 5 here on the 3 and up.
3 and up, yeah.
And that's it. He's done.
All right.
Oh no, anything 3.
Anything 3.
And this goes back here. And you would continue on solving missions and until you get 12 of these or 5 of these.
So when a new player comes up and it's his turn, he can choose up to 5 dice of any color from the dice pool, correct?
But he has to keep the dice that he has on his card.
Right, okay.
So you always roll 5 unless you're injured.
Okay, all right, there it is, folks. A quick overview of Star Trek Away Team coming out soon from Mayfair Games.
There we go.
Mayfairgames.com. Thanks for watching.